everybody, it's Aiden here once again in some Assetto Corsa, as it's time to do another one of my totally mad experiments with the help from the guys at Aiden's Race Simulations and Engineering, or ARSE for short. Now, I've done a couple of these experiment videos before, both just for fun and both not to be taken seriously in any shape, form or description whatsoever. The first was taking the TPO053 V10 from the Ferrari F2004 and sticking it into the SF70H to create the SF70X. And the second video, I sort of pissed off the majority of F1 fans and got a savage beating from a priest for daring to put a V6 hybrid in the F2004. But when I mentioned doing another experiment on my community tab, a user called Ricmotech came up with the idea of adding modern Formula 1 tyres to the F2004 to see how much faster it would be, which I thought was a brilliant idea, and I've put a subtle twist on it. And this is where we do a mini story time, because I know how much you love those. So in 1998, the FIA decided to change the tyre rules and mandated each car have 3 grooves cut into the front tyres and 4 in the rear. In 1999, they changed it to 4 on the front and 4 on the rear. And these 14mm grooves meant that the tyre grip in the corners was down, as the contact patch was now much less, given that there were these half-inch wide strips not in contact with the track. But it has to be said that just because these tyres had grooves in them, it didn't mean they were any good in the wet. Just ask Timo Glock. And in 1997, the final year of slick tyres in Formula 1 until 2009, Goodyear ran a tyre that was 325mm wide and had a diameter of 660mm. The surface area was 2.14 square metres of rubber. Now, using a calculator and a C grade in GCSE maths, I've run some numbers. And knowing me, I've gone about this entirely the wrong way, but fuck it. The tyres at the time of the Ferrari F2004, assuming they were the maximum sizes allowed, were 355mm wide at the front, 380mm wide at the rear, and had a maximum diameter of 660mm. 2.34 square metres of rubber on the front and 2.5 square metres of rubber on the rear that are capable of making contact with the road. I hope. That's also assuming these are total slicks without the grooves. Put the grooves back in, and you've got 1.78 square metres of rubber on the front and 1.94 square metres of rubber on the rear that are capable of making contact with the road. I hope. The difference in surface area between a 1997 spec and a 2004 spec tyre, including the grooves on the latter, is 10 to 12%. But the difference to a 2004 tyre with and without grooves is 25 to 27%, front and rear, due to the differences in the maximum allowed sizes. Now, my sources for those max allowed sizes, if you're wondering, are the FIA technical regulations for 1997 and 2004, which I will link in the description. But the lads over at ARSE's Plant 42, and if you get that reference, have a cookie, didn't think that smacking 25% extra grip onto the tyres was going to give a realistic response. Well, I say they don't think. I actually tried a conservative 20% and smashed all lap records in the known universe. On race fuel. So I've taken the grip levels supplied by Kunos and added a more modest 10% onto the stock figures, trying to take into account the aerodynamic capabilities of the car at the time. But let's be honest, is a tyre really going to be worth 5 seconds a lap? Doubt it. That's also part of the reason it's gone down to 10%, not 20%. So all that's left to do now is to go to Barcelona, which I find is a good test of mechanical grip, and I'm going to run this car against the original Ferrari F2004 and the RSS Formula Hybrid 2019 mod, just to see what would happen if the king of the V10 era had a bit more mechanical grip. But first, let's give it a quick benchmark. So, 3 time lapse. And then we take the best one. Almost stacked it before the lap even started. Good going. Use this one as a sighter, I think. Hate this track. Alright, 119.4, not bad. I am the most inconsistent driver on the planet. Right, one more lap. Cock. I wasn't going to go faster anyway. Okay, so yeah, 119.4 is the benchmark set in the original Ferrari F2004. So I'm going to get a 2019 car, the RSS Formula Hybrid 2019. I'm going to run the Ferrari skin in that one. I'm going to run Vettel's skin. I get told I hate on him too much, but I'm going to drive his car, and then we'll drive the modified F2004 and see how that time compares against this one and the 2019. So I will be back in a second. Okay. 3 more hot laps. 1:17.7. That's not a bad lap. Don't know what happened there, but I think I've got away with it. What's 17.4? Ah, shit. I've run out of go juice anyway. Okay, so that's a 1:17.4. Right, there's the big one. Let's see what happens with the Ferrari F2004 stock, but with the edited tyre parameters. So 10% more grip than normal. How close will it be to the SF70? Not SF70, SF, whatever the hell this thing's called. Let's find out. Okay then. A totally stock F2004, except for the tyre grip being up by 10%. Let's see what it'll do. First time lap starts now. So it's lighter than the previous car. Well, the previous car being the 2019 car. But she's still got traction control. And she's still got 2004 aero. Have I created the ultimate F1 car? So much more grip compared to the original. Feels like I'm driving the SF70H, but even with the extra grip, it's still a handful. Driving on the limit. So much lighter and nimble compared to a 2019 car. A 16.8. Jesus Christ. Oh, it slaughtered the original. And beaten a 2019 car. Oopsie diddles. On the edge of adhesion. Turn in, you bastard. Come on. Alright, one more final lap to go. Taking 2/10 out of my time. So it's a 16.6 exactly. When you get used to it, I mean, you can just boot it halfway through a corner. I forget I've got traction control in this thing. Half a second up. On the edge of grip. Oh, I missed the apex, but I don't care. Balance the throttle. And yeet it through the final corner. Half a second off. 16 dead. Wow. That was insane. I had so much fun driving that. The perfect F1 car. There we go. Wow. So, that is what happens when you up the grip of a 2004 Formula 1 car by 10%. That was madness. I'm going to keep on driving that for the rest of the night because that was so much fun. So, if you thought that all of this crap was interesting, give the video a like. If you disliked it, you know what to do. And if you want to see more clowning around in the virtual world of motorsport, or even the stuff I do with the real world of motorsport, then be sure to subscribe with the bell on and all that stuff. The patrons of this channel, they're on your screen right now. Thank you so much to those people that donate their money every month. It is really very much appreciated. And if you do want to join them, or you just want to join in the shit posting on Instagram or Discord or whatever, then everything you need is in the description box for you. So until next time, I've been AdmiralLaWind. Have a cracking day wherever you live in the world, and I'll see you all again very soon for another video. Almost had it. Goodbye.